Yo, what's up, guys? Wanted to do a quick video on the Terrormaton. Haven't been doing too much Terrormaton. I have mentioned it before. I don't really like the stage that much because, well, all you need from it is pretty much just the Fury Edge. Some Keen Eye, some Onslaught is nice. The other two, not too big of a fan. There's definitely people overhyping the Battle Wheel. It gives you a 20% chance to follow up. So 20% chance to improve your damage. I'd rather just have like a flat damage improvement rather than anything like that. But it's kind of funny to see for the main part where how much easier this has become, well, through nerfs, but also through just getting better gear. And that's definitely an interesting thing that I do rather want to showcase, like, okay, this is what you can reach with better gear, rather than saying like, okay, everything is impossible, that kind of stuff. Sure, you need Inferno gear to farm Inferno, we can definitely agree on that part, or at least it helps out a lot. It's not necessarily a must, but it helps out a lot. Replacements on this team, there's definitely a few replacements you can make. Klaus can be replaced by the Dina. Lily can be replaced by a second DPSer or a Freya or anything like that. There's definitely a few options out there. You could also do it for the Red Cass. Red Cass is also a pretty nice replacement for Lily because it's the one-to-one closest replacement where it does give cooldown reductions. It does give, what's it called? Where's she at? Red Cass. One over here. Yeah, she does give cooldown reductions and she gives a speed up. So technically by that, you kind of have that part what the Lily also does do. Siak the Echo is also pretty decent for that, for attack buff and a turn meter and those kind of things. And of course, you can also just go a second damage dealer. To replace the Heinrich, Holden is going to be your best in slot. But this is the thing that I'm using, and it's more of a showcase like how easy it has become. So this is the thing. I'm using account. It's not the best in slot for this dungeon by a long shot. White Fang would absolutely be better, but I'm using this because that is just the best I have. We got the Heinrich on a Codecker, close to 190, 200 accuracy over there. Valerian, pretty typical set, just a artisan that doesn't work on anything, and then just some sets next to that. Lily is working at a 161. It's a little bit on the slower side, but that's fine. I'm using it somewhere else, so that speed, therefore, is there fine at that speed. And then we have the Claws as well, also closing in on a 180 or like 178, and 218 over here, also on a Codecker. I think the Codecs are actually pretty nice over here. I think the Codecs are better than Dark Moons. Because let's say that you miss the armor break over here, you can miss a 3-turn armor break as well as you can miss a 2-turn armor break. But with a codec, it makes it a lot easier. So in this case, we right away do actually hit that 10% mark right there. Epic. We love the looks of that. We do also like it where the Lily moves after the Claws and the Heinrich. Because then you don't have the issue with like, okay, am I gonna get caught or not get caught and that kind of stuff. Plus, you have a chance, well, okay, in this case, it did steal a gigabyte over there, but we don't get caught in there, that's fine. Then we have a second chance for an armor break. We do land the armor break, and look at how much damage this does. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not sure if it's really the nerf on this that makes it a lot easier, or if it's going to be the just the extra damage that I gotten through better gear and more debuffs and more skill ups. I think skill ups is still one of those really important factors which makes things very easy. I've been farming this. That's actually kind of decent. I haven't done too much on either plague yet. But yeah, it's definitely one of those interesting things to see like how much easier things have become. And I'm not 100% sure if it's the nerfs. I'm not really sure if it's by just a simple fact where you just get a lot more stats in. I do definitely think it's that way. Also, it's interesting to see how many debuffs you're still missing. I would definitely be one of those people that would say, is like, can't we just have like a permanently 100% land the moment you have enough accuracy on PvE? That would be so nice. In this case, we do land the buff block over there. That's also why Heinrich is on a Codecker, just for exactly that reason. Armor break is gone at the moment as well. Let's reapply that. Reapplied. We also have the hack in. My hack in is actually stronger because of skill ups on the skill one, and then we just nearly cleared the whole boss. If I had a White Fang over there, boss would have been cleared. So yeah, definitely nice to see how much easier things have become. If you do want to farm this for the 2x drop, then this would also be a nice way of actually doing it. I wouldn't really recommend Terrormaton that much for the 2x drop, but it's definitely pretty fast out there if you do want to clear it. And I don't have a Shadow Sania, so this is of course my route without the Shadow Sania in this case. Also, I would say that I will be making a video on my things that I will do for the 2x drop. During the 2x drop, I will already be in Shanghai for the EWS. I will be flying about a week early. so I can visit some friends. For the people that don't know me, I used to live in Shanghai. I studied in Shanghai for 4 years. I lived there for 4 years, so I'll be visiting a bunch of friends there. And then afterwards, starting the 16th, we'll be starting like all of the things for the EWS. EWS will also be an event starting, I think it's on the 13th. They did give an update notice on the updates that are coming tomorrow. So those things are definitely there. I will be covering those for the most bit if there's something interesting to cover. But I will be flying out on the 10th of July, so that's in a few days already. And I won't be back until the 21st of July. So there will be a bit of time where I will definitely be doing less streams. But I will be doing still videos. I bring my laptop. I'm not sure if my laptop can actually play this game properly or not. But I guess we'll figure that part out. But before we go, I will also make my idea of what I am planning to do at the 2x drop. It will be somewhat similar to last time, but a little bit different because this time around I don't have that Romocha because my Romocha is reset, and last time I used Doki Doki Romocha team. But there's a few other things that I also do want to mention that I do highly recommend people to focus on for that. But that will be a future video. So for now, yeah, it's just enjoying this thing, like rocking that fast. It's comfortable to see if something is just working 100%. This team is 100%. And that just makes things so super nice. So in this case, we don't have the buff block landed. But I think we still, yeah, that's still an insane amount of damage. In this case, we do have the vulnerable there. It is also one of those things that I sometimes feel like, should I maybe put some accuracy on the thing to land those vulnerables? Like, would that be worth it? But then again, every boss has like 3 million freaking resistance. And with 3 million resistance, you're just simply not going to get through those at all, ever, or anything like that. So, but then again, it's about a 50-second team. I've run it all the way for the Hyperlink Charter, which I didn't do yet at all. I was stuck on this Hyperlink Charter where you had to get the Fury Edge and the Ether Plague. And I was like, I don't really want to do that. Like, that's too RNG. It could be done in like 3, 5, it could be 10, could be 200, could be 50. I have no clue. So for that reason, I was like, I don't want to do it. But then someone told me, it's like, there's another tofu over there. It's like, okay, I got to get those golden tofus. That's always important to get. Get your free golden tofus, which they did actually mention in the update. Probably you've seen it on some other channel already. We're going to get more of the Anysync Echo, and every time they extend the Anysync Echo, you probably get a golden tofu as well, because I think the golden tofu is dropped about like every 6, looks like it. Yeah, every 6. So every time that they improve the Anysync Echo, and last time to this time was just like 2 weeks in between. So definitely I'm going to be trying on stream either later today or tomorrow to get all of the Anysync Echo done. I have seen some of the teams that people are using. I definitely do think I can do that. Also, this will run out the moment I am in Shanghai, so I will be doing this on stream soon as well. So maybe when you're watching this video, you can find me live either on YouTube or Twitch as well. Guys, thanks a lot for watching for this one. Hope you enjoyed this kind of video. It was more of a short one, just kind of showcasing like, hey, things are actually getting a lot easier where we always, or where we did deem at the start, like, yo, this feels absolutely impossible to clear and those kind of things. Things definitely do get a fair bit easier the moment you do progress and the moment they do nerf things. I think that really helps out a lot, them nerfing a few things. I did also showcase a team for the Rengokutsu Inferno. If you haven't seen that yet, I'll leave a link in the description. Rengokutsu Inferno, I think, is a lot more clearable right now with the right team. And that is maybe also a thing that's like, sure, we're saying like, ooh, should be nerfed, should be nerfed, should be nerfed. But the moment you find the right team, it makes things a lot easier. And let's see if I find the right team right here. So these are all the typical teams. I did notice that a Yelly team in general is better than a Ding team because they don't share elements. And if you share elements, you get counters like on the double up. I do see some like this kind of team. You see a fair bit more of that, which is actually a little bit better. And that's even not with a 6-star advice. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, this kind of team. This is the team I've been running. And actually, this team did run better for me than a Lily team, which is kind of interesting in the first place. Well, either way, guys, that's all for this one. Just a short one. Video of tomorrow is going to be either something about the update or me for my plan on the 2x. Otherwise, I'll just release the video on the 2x somewhere later. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you as always in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.